If you're appearing for AIB 21, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Anisha. So a lot of my juniors have been asking me about AIB, and honestly I feel there is unnecessary confusion around this exam. So let's get it sorted. So every time AIB comes near, we see two kinds of people. One category is completely relaxed, who feels that AIB ही है, हो जाएगा. And the second category is in full panic mode, joining every coaching, downloading all the PDFs, collecting all sort of materials, and still not knowing where to start. And I think both the approaches are problematic. So this video is not about motivation. I just want to discuss what AIB is in the most practical form, what people usually get wrong about it, and how I think you should approach it. So first of all, let's understand what AIB actually is. So AIB, or All India Bar Examination, is not to test whether you can write law school answers or reproduce 20,000 judgments in one single exam word by word. It is a basic multiple choice exam which is supposed to test whether you have a basic legal knowledge before you step into the actual world of litigation. Now, because of that, many students misunderstand the exam and think that preparation is not required at all. See, there is a difference between being manageable and easy. AIB is manageable. Now, that does not mean it requires zero preparation. Now, the biggest question, where should you start? My personal opinion is this: do not start with random YouTube videos. Now, I know it might sound contradictory to you because I myself am making a YouTube video right now, but seriously, first understand the syllabus and pattern. Because many students begin preparation without knowing what subjects are involved and how questions are generally framed. And that is when preparation becomes random, as you study whatever appears important at that moment, and this is where academic panic steps in. So let's understand your subjects. Usually, constitutional law, criminal laws like IPC or BNS, CRPC or BNSS, these form the major weightage in the exam, including procedural acts or even family laws, etc. Now, the second issue is material. And this is again where people complicate the things. They keep asking which book, which notes, which telegram channel, and that is when too much material becomes a bigger problem than too little material. Because instead of studying, you keep switching materials. One PDF says one thing, another says something else, and eventually you have read everything and retained nothing. So my suggestion is very simple. Pick limited material and stay with it. Whether this is your notes, a trusted compilation, or the bare minimum, bare acts. Keep your sources controlled. Now let us talk about bare acts, as this is a debate every year. Some people say bare acts are enough, some say only notes. My view is somewhere in between. Bare act matters because ultimately law comes from statute. But if you try to read bare acts mechanically without understanding, that also becomes ineffective. So while reading bare acts, please do one thing properly. Read the index. Yes, I would say this to each one of my juniors, that read the index properly. So index usually tells you the structure of the act. You start understanding how chapters are arranged, what topics fall where, how provisions are actually connected with each other. And this becomes very useful during the exam because sometimes you may not remember the exact section immediately, but if you remember the structure and flow of the act, that is where the exam actually becomes much easier for you. And second most important thing, know your keywords. This again is very important. Law works through language. Certain words and phrases keep repeating and carry specific legal meaning. So while reading bare acts, pay attention to recurring terms and legal expressions instead of reading mechanically line by line, because sometimes identifying the right keyword itself takes you to the correct provision or answer. Now, another thing students usually underestimate is previous year question papers. And see, I know people usually say just do previous year question papers and follow the pattern, but I would say something different. We have all seen changing patterns in all kinds of exams in India. So do not rely on the pattern alone or assume that questions will repeat in the exact same manner, because that approach can become actually very risky. The real value of previous papers is somewhere else. Sit properly and solve them in an actual exam setup. Keep your bare acts in front of you and attempt the papers very seriously. Because the purpose is not only checking answers, it is getting a hang of how you will actually function in the exam, how long you take, how you approach questions, and most importantly, how you navigate the acts according to the previous year questions. That's because many students study well, but they actually struggle in the actual exam setup. Not because they do not know the law, but because they have never practiced using their material practically. So use previous papers less as prediction tools and more as practice tools. Now, things to remember on the day of the exam. I have a full list of this. Carry your ID card, your admit card, a water bottle, and personally, I would say carry a watch as well because you lose track of time very quickly without even realizing it. And the most important thing, your set of bare acts. Please check this the night before because you do not want to end up in a situation of asking others for some important bare act. Now, while we are talking about bare acts, let me address one common assumption. A lot of people feel that since we now have BNS or BNSS, IPC or CRPC will not really matter or questions won't come from these particular old acts. But do not make assumptions like that. Because as far as my personal experience is concerned of AIB 20, most of the questions came from the older acts. Thankfully, I read well during my college days and I had my old acts as well in the exam setup. So I was able to answer them well. So preparation should not be based on speculation or what people are saying in WhatsApp groups. Prepare according to the syllabus and prepare practically. Because exam hall is not a place where you should be figuring out what you should have carried or what you should have studied. That part should already be sorted before you enter. Now that I'm about to sign off, if you're preparing for AIB, all the very best.